Hi, my name's Ben. Thank you very much for participating in the Jamboree. Before we get started, I just want to quickly run you through the interface you'll be using during this phase of the Jamboree. So once you click the Go Ahead and Start button just below this video, you'll be brought to a page that looks like this. It will show, hopefully it will show your OpenID that you used to log in here, and will show that you've annotated 0% of your allocated services. And that will increment, of course, as you go through. If you ever have any problems, click the help and that will take you back here and to the contact page. Feel free to use that. You can log out at any time and log back in with the same ID. It will keep track of what you've done. Keep in mind that you only get to annotate each service once, so you only get one shot for each one. So the task, of course, is to provide annotations to the service. In this case, I'm going to be annotating this one, iant tblastn plant est from XML, which is of type analysis and apparently performs a tblastn against some plant est banks. This is its input, data type, no namespace has been defined, and this is the output. It has two kinds of output, a blast output and the sequence is apparently in that output. So we need to describe these a little bit more clearly. So we can tell that the input represents a biological sequence of some kind, probably. So we can say, okay, it's a biological sequence. It's not an ID, it's actually a sequence. We can go further, since we know that it's a tblastn that it's performing, and say that it's actually a protein sequence. Notice that if we type in something we don't want, like protein family ID, we can just click on it to get rid of it. Notice also that if you want to add in something that isn't there, like you wanted to say it's something about it being an XML thing, and you can't find that in the list, feel free to create the new tag. That's important actually to this experiment, that you please do that when you want to say something and it's not, and you can't find it. So you can create the tag, and if you remove it if you want to. So you notice here that the service has two outputs, and so you need to provide an annotation for both. So for output 1, which is the blast output, let's just go ahead and say it's a blast report. And in fact it's a blastn report, a tblastn report. And then I'll leave it at that for there. For output 2, hit sequences, although I don't know what this is, I can tell from the name that it's a list of nucleotide sequences. So I'm going to go ahead and say exactly what it is, nucleotide sequence. Don't worry about plurality. We know already that it's a collection, so it's okay. In the service, so what does the service do? So we're after three main kinds of annotations for the service. What task it performs, what algorithms it uses, and what resources it uses. And so the task it performs is, let's say it's a it's kind of a retrieval, because it's producing sequences. It is aligning them. In fact, we even have blast in here, I believe. So there you go. We don't really know exactly what resources it's using, but if it happened to be using tear, for example, then we could add that. But since we don't know what it is, I'm not going to. And that's all the annotations I want to add to the service. I think that covers it pretty well. When you're done, hit the Submit Tags button and source the tags, and we'll load you up another service. You'll notice that this will increment in getting you closer and closer to your goal of 100%. So I hope that's enough. If you ever have any trouble, hit the help button. It'll show you to a contact page so you can contact us, and we will try and sort out your problem. Thank you very much for participating in our study. We really appreciate it.